Hey everybody, how's it going? We're here live with Becky for coffee today, and it's a little bit late in the afternoon to be having coffee, but hey, it's never too late for coffee, right? I'll just get a little bit set up here. All right, thank you very much. So it is Coffee with Becky. Welcome everybody, hi, good to see you. Thanks for coming again. If you're live here with me for the first time, give me a hey, hello, shout it out, give me a star or a heart or some sort of an emoji to let me know you're here. I appreciate that. And if you're watching me on replay, please put all your comments, hashtag replay, so that I will know that you were here, and I will appreciate your information and your input. If anybody has any questions along the way, feel free to throw those into the comments, okay? I really appreciate that. All right, so what I wanted to do was just recap our last week's session. If you haven't been keeping up, I do this once weekly Coffee with Becky session, and it is a live Q&A. I take questions in advance or go over topics that have been hot in my world so that I can share the goodness with you guys. Last week's topic was, what accounting and bookkeeping system do you recommend and why? And if you haven't seen the video, please go back to last week. It's available on Facebook, and it is available also on my YouTube channel. So check that out, okay? And let me know what you think. Also, yes, we talked about Facebook Live statistics. Oh yeah, of course. Do you remember that? Was that wild? Like 85% of people watch these live videos on replay without sound. So captions. So that and a few other good tips about using Facebook Live are available on last week's video as well. So check that out. Did you watch last week? If you were here and you watched it last week live or on replay, give me a hands up. Give me a hands up. All right, very, very good. That's awesome. And are you guys, who's using Facebook Live as part of your business marketing efforts to reach your clients or reach your audience or expand your network? Who's doing that? Awesome. That's what I'm doing. So I'm sharing my little tidbits of goodness here with you as I go along. If anyone is watching and has any tidbits or goodness that you want to share with us, please feel free and pop it into the comments and let us know how you're using Facebook Live or YouTube or other video sources in order to reach your audience. All right, very good. So today's business strategy topic is more of a concept than a question. I've actually had a number of conversations with people over the last couple of weeks about vacations and what they do in order to make it possible for them to have a vacation. And a surprising number of people are either not taking them or working while they're taking them, working every single day or most of the days that they're away, or some number of hours, they have some plan about how they're vacationing while working. I don't understand that. Well, okay, so let me back up. I totally understand that because I used to be there. I know exactly what that's all about. So today's concept, I really want to get into the idea of what it is to actually have a business, okay, versus being self-employed or having a self-directed job or even some sort of an income-generating hobby, okay? But for our purposes today, we're gonna talk about business versus self-employment or self-directed job. And what's the difference? Well, one of the biggest differences is if you can't take a vacation without working, or if your income ceases while you are away, then you are not running a business. You're self-employed, or you have a self-directed job. Now, don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That can keep things simple. Maybe you're a sole proprietor and you do some limited consulting work, and you have managed to make ways for yourself either through your financial budget to save enough money to take off for a period of time without income, or you have figured out some strategy so that you work while you're away so that you can continue some sort of income while you're physically somewhere else. But what I want you to understand is that is different than having a business, okay? A business is something that is an entity that is not you. You are not it, and it is not you, okay? It is an entity that is there for the sole purpose of supporting whatever product or service you offer to your clients, okay? But don't mistake what you actually do. Don't mistake your product for being a business, okay? If you understand the difference between those two, it really helps you in a lot of ways to change your mindset and change the way that you look at what you're doing and how you're doing it. And it has a lot to do with your growth. Ultimately, it comes down to growth. How much do you want to grow? How large do you want your business to be? How much money do you want to make? How much freedom do you want to have? Where do you see yourself in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Okay, do you see yourself in the same place doing the same thing? If so, being self-employed is perfectly acceptable. If you see yourself growing and you want to take on other employees, or you want to move to some new location or change your product offerings, or you have all these ideas about bigger things, then you need to start thinking like a business. Okay, and that's very important. If you're not thinking like a business and operating like a business, then you're limiting your growth potential. Okay, oh, hi everybody. Hi, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Say hello if you can. Let me know you're out there. All right. Hey. All right, so anyway, please do be thinking about what you're doing in terms of a business. If you have a desire to grow, if you desire to have more flexibility in your life or in the way that you are accomplishing the things that you're doing, be thinking in terms of a business. If you want to talk more about that, please reach out to me. We can discuss what it actually means to be a business. And I'm going to start having topics like this more regularly, because I think that there is a significant amount of people who are operating and thinking that their product or their service is a business. And it isn't, okay? It's not. And if you think about it like this, if you think, I'm not making sense, think about this. When you go to open a business banking account, they want to know your business federal ID number. They want to see a business license or some form of identification for the business itself, okay? They're not opening a bank account for you. They're opening it for your business. Your business is a separate entity. You are not your business. Your business is not you, okay? As far as the government is concerned, most business entity types file their own tax returns or have their own schedules on your tax return in the case of like an LLC or a sole proprietorship. But definitely with corporations, they have their own tax returns, okay? They have their own federal ID numbers and their own state identification numbers, and they are not you. You are not them. Okay, so again, it's really important for you to separate yourself from the business mentally as well as physically and financially. And you need to start thinking like a business if you want to start growing. Okay, if you're happy with what you're doing and it's working out just fine and you like it plain and simple, it's just you or maybe you and one other person, and you can do it super straightforward without a lot of complications, and that suits you, that's great. You're self-employed. That's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But if you have bigger dreams and bigger ideas about all the things that you want to accomplish, then let's start talking about what it is to have a business and how to have a business, how to grow a business, all right? I'm actually in the process of moving all of my physical clients into the virtual world, the online world, okay? I've been doing coaching and consulting for many, many years, and I'm moving my clients to the virtual world, okay? For me, I want to be able to work from anywhere that I am at any time. I want that flexibility in my life. So I'm basically recreating my business. And while I'm doing this, I'm keeping a virtual log online on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. And it's, I'm just making entries as I go. I thought it might be useful for anyone who would like to come along with me and see what I'm experiencing, what I'm going through. It may be something similar to what you're going through. Maybe it's something that'll come up that you haven't thought of before that could be useful for you. So every few days or so, I'm putting on a log to just let everybody know what's going on with me in my world as I'm creating an online business from scratch, okay? So if that's interesting to you, make sure you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to it and keep your alerts turned on for my various playlists that you're interested in so that you don't miss anything, okay? I think you'll definitely appreciate following along with that. Even though I've had many businesses in my past and I've had many opportunities to work with other clients in their businesses, I'm basically starting a brand new business now. So I think if you come along with me, I'll be able to share with you the tidbits of things that I'm learning as I go along in this new business. And also you can kind of see what things I'm struggling with or learning about so that you may also learn something along with me. Okay, so I really appreciate that. And hi Teresa, it's good to see you. Thank you for showing up, and I really appreciate it. Everybody else who's come and gone, I just want to say thank you so much for coming in, saying hello. If you're here on replay, make sure you put your comments in as #replay. Let me know what you're thinking. I really would appreciate having any input that you have, any feedback, if there are any topics that you would like me to discuss in future weeks here on Coffee with Becky. Let me know. I'll be glad to cover them. You're always welcome to send me a private message, reach out to me by email. My contact's all over the place, so please feel free, okay? It's really exciting. I'm super loving this series. If you've missed any of them, I'm saving them all on playlists, one on YouTube and one on Facebook under Coffee with Becky. So if you've missed any of my priors, please check in, see them, let me know what you think. If there's any ideas that you have for things that you'd like to know about in the future, then let me know, okay? All right, everybody, it's good to see you. I'll be announcing next week's date and time in the next few days and gathering up more questions and ideas from people of what they'd like to discuss. So feel free to send me an email or a message. Okay, bye everybody. Thanks again.